Okay, welcome to another Vintage League here, and today we're playing Bant Humans. This is one I played a few times. I think once before on the channel, and then once before I actually got a trophy with it. I think end of 2023 if you go back a bit. This is one I've enjoyed. A lot of the humans are very strong in Vintage. And today we're trying it with a new card, a Cloud Midgar Mercenary. Now I've played two videos with Cloud 1 recently since it dropped in the Final Fantasy set. This card's quite good. Can tutor up equipment, and it doubles the ability of the equipment if it's attached to Cloud, which is pretty strong. So let's say you need to draw cards in the mid-game. We tutor up Skullclamp, we attach it to Cloud, Cloud dies, triggers twice, we draw 4 cards. Or we could bring up Jitte, has a mid-game way to push us over, and that still doubles when attached to Cloud, so Jitte on Cloud can go absolutely crazy. In the mid-game, removing creatures, making a huge Cloud, gaining life to fend off all those mono-red burn decks running around in Vintage. And we can also get, in this deck, Assimilation Aegis. So this one's fun. It's blue, so it can pitch the Force of Will, which is a nice plus here. It can exile a creature, which is quite nice. Being able to tutor up removal with Cloud is nice. And then if you equip it, it becomes a copy of that creature. So, remove Lurrus, make Cloud a copy of Lurrus, or another creature a copy of Lurrus. That's all very strong, This card's quite good. So we got 3 different tutor pieces here along with Cloud for our equipment package here. A lot of the rest of the deck is humans, so again we've got 4 Cavern of Souls to be able to ramp out our humans. The main one is Lavinia. We got playing 3 Lavinias, 4 Cavern of Souls, 3 Chrome Mox, Mox Sapphire, Mox Pearl is the only Moxes on color for Lavinia and Lotus. So one of the strong plays we're trying to go for here is turn 1 off of these 6 cards here, Lavinia, ideally uncounterable. So that would be quite nice. We can also play off of Mox and Dauntless Dismantler on turn 1, ideally uncounterable as well. But we don't have to ramp. We've got 4 Noble Hierarchs, which is a human that can fix our mana in the Bant colors. It also gives us Exalted, which is relevant, and mid-game, if we don't need them anymore, we can sack them to Skullclamp and draw 2 cards. That's all pretty good. What other humans do we have? Brutal Cathar is a really nice removal human. This one can exile a creature's opponent's control, and then it flips. If it flips back again, it exiles more creatures. So all very nice, and again, uncounterable removal off a cavern. We've got Boromir. Now this is one I played before in this deck always, 3 or 4 of them. This card's really strong. And you probably don't, you might not even seen this card before, but it's really, really good. When it enters or attacks, with the top 6 cards of your library, you can put a human or artifact card into your hand. Enters and attacks, which is very good. Blue pitches the Force of Will, only 4 mana. Our whole deck is artifacts and humans, so this can go absolutely crazy, and digging 6 is not a joke. I really like this card. We got 1 Rick, which is the superhuman lord. We got 4 humans. They all get massive. And even if you don't, you can start giving out your humans First Strike, Vigilance, Lifelink, whatever is relevant at the time. Some of these can be really good even without the +2/+2, like against Dredge and Countervine. That lifelink can really come in handy. Vigilance is nice. A lot you can do here. What other humans do we have? I think that's all of the humans in the deck. Protection-wise, we've got 4 Force of Will, 2 Force of Negation, 1 Mindbreak Trap as counters. So a lot of protection on top of the Lavinia we got here, and the Dauntless Dismantler. So we got a lot of anti-artifact fast combo deck protection here. That's a lot of Vintage right now, so you want to be prepared. We've got 3 swords, because not all of Vintage is fast combo. Mono white initiatives, Layers Control exists. Mental Misstep, Ancestral Recall, both staples. One Deafening Silence. We can auto-arc stuff as creatures, so this one doesn't hurt us too much. What did I not cover? One Oko Thief of Crown. This is really good against like Lurrus Control, but kind of meh in a lot of other matchups. So we got one in the main deck, one in the sideboard, that's it. Goldbug's a fun one. This one's actually really good in Humans deck, so there's got a ton of text on it. Think of it as a 2-mana card normally, so it's got that more than meets the eye down there, so white and blue. So you can play this as a 2-drop converted. And if you play it converted, it comes in on the right-hand side here, where it's a creature on your turn because of living metal. Humans you control can't be countered, so it's got a Cavern of Souls effect on there. And whenever Goldbug and at least one human, which is all of the other creatures in our deck, attack, you draw a card, so it's a draw engine and has a Cavern of Souls effect on this 2-mana side, already very good. You convert it. On the flip side, since it's attacking and you converted it, now all those other humans that are attacking, you're going to prevent all combat damage that would dealt to humans you control. So those humans you're attacking aren't taking damage now all of a sudden. And if you cast another spell, you convert Goldbug back, and you can do it all over again. So it can prevent combat damage, it can make your creatures uncounterable, and it can draw cards. Pitches the Force of Will, and you can either play it for 2 mana, white and a blue, on the right-hand side card, or 1 white and a blue on the other side if that's what you want. So this does a ton of work in a Humans deck. It's a really good card. Throw a like and a subscribe, please. That's really appreciated. Definitely always appreciate that, and thank you. And then if you got any comments, throw them down below, or any ideas for the deck or thoughts now. Or if during the video or at the end you want to have any ideas, throw them down below. It helps the algorithm and stuff, and is always really appreciated. I think that covers the main deck there. We went all through these cards. Mana base is pretty simple. We got Bant colors, Strip Mine Wasteland, and then Cavern of Souls to make our humans uncounterable, and then also fix our mana, because this can give us all 3 Bant colors. Sideboard, we got a lot of graveyard hate. So we got these 8 we can bring in against Bizarre decks. Dredge being the big one right now. The Priest can also come in against Oath, which is having a little bit of a resurgence right now. 3 Energy Flux for the artifact heavy decks, especially the new Tezz decks that are running around. You can also bring it in against like Jewel Shops. Mindbreak Trap again for the fast mana artifact decks, but you can also bring this in against like mono white initiative, especially on the draw. 1 more Oko for Lurrus Control, and then a Brutal Cathar and his Swords for mono white initiative and Lurrus Control. The big one on the sideboard being the respect for the Dredge, really. Alright, I think that's about it. Let's get into the matches here. Alright, here we go. Sure, I guess. I think we wait a turn. Be able to use the mana. Does potentially open us up to like getting swords on turn 1, I suppose. Raker, okay. It's not great for us. We got 1 top. Wish I would have kept my swords now. Do I want to draw right away, or do I want to wait? I can wait. I can play the Jitte. Just get rid of that now. Do not want to have to deal with that. They think that card's good. It is. Now if they find the second top, we die. Okay. Sure. Top. Yeah. Why didn't they spin? What? I don't understand what happened there. Oh, they can block and then sack, and that removes the whatever it's called. So I have to do this. Well, we can survive this turn. We have Force up, which is good. Top. Yeah. Oh wait, that doesn't do. That just wasted a mana. All right, they missed it. They they didn't realize that I punted. Yeah. I think we just want to draw some cards here. Two, three, 4, 5. I guess we can equip. Yeah, just let it go. Blue, blue. PO. Now, there is a case to be made for playing around Flusterstorm by pitch casting this. But then any second bomb after this, we can either play around a second bomb or we can play around Flusterstorm. I think playing around a second bomb, because they have a top, more important. Alright. Raker PO. This is a tough one because they've got one creature we really want dead. Then they've got tough one. I think on the draw, the Lavinias might not be super amazing. The Cloud can get the Aegis, which can remove the Raker. It can also get the Skullclamp. Tempted to try and get the second Oko in here, so I don't know how I would squeeze it in. Maybe this is okay. Maybe we don't need the second Oko. Maybe Goldbug? Maybe Goldbug is as good as the second Oko. Just answers to the Raker are nice. I think that's a keep, even though it's weird. 1, 2, fuck. Why aren't you playing a third spell? I think we do hit the tomb here. One. Played around trap. Okay. Dauntless Dismantler. Kind of on my wasteland back now. I want to play my Gondor. Or Boromir. Jeez. Untapped, you say? Stock up, unfortunately. Top. Yep. We really need a land. That would have been useful before this. I think we need to preserve our life total here. They can make blockers forever. That's really bad right now. White, white. Play another Dismantler. We want lands. Not want Energy Flux. We're not in a good spot here. Oh, we don't have 2 white. Jeez. White mana source. No, but close enough. I will take it. I don't think we play the Flux here. I think we just attack with our Dauntless. Time walk. There we go. I think we want Boromir. Maybe we wanted Cloud just to get the draws. Yeah, I think this was a mistake, actually. Alright, well that's bad for us. Boromir, Sapphire. Okay, they got Time Vault. They can win with Tezz now. don't have enough mana to play Energy Flux and hold open Trap this turn. Oh, food's here. Okay, I'm back. We can't play Energy Flux and hold open Hardcast Trap, so we're just going to play the Hierarch. We do have enough mana to blow up Time Vault. That's 5 mana. We've got 5 mana. A Sensei's Divining Top. I think that's okay. It's not. I guess just to be safe, let's do this now. That's a good one. We do need to be able to win here somehow. That's a good one. I think that's actually more important now. White, blue, white. They can counter this. Guess I didn't really think that through. We can't protect it because this is our one spell here. I think we want to keep open our counters. Blue, white, blue. Okay. We'll just keep our cards. Gonna keep our counters open. Soul Ring, sure. The only thing we really want to counter is Glaring Flesh Raker or like something super scary. Attack, attack, attack. Lotus. That should be it, I think. Play this. Gets us a trigger. Oh, we can't play any more non-creatures. Forgot about that. Alright, we got there. That was a close one. Alright, here we go. I think it's a keep on the draw. We need a second land, obviously, but we can find one. We got stuff. I think they played Dredge, though. If that's the case, we just lose game one anyway. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here. I guess we could have tried to draw a wasteland. I don't know. Maybe that was a slightly early concession, but so hard to win that. Mindbreak Trap, Fawn, 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 Jitte, Oko. I'm gonna take out the Brutals. Oh, the Dauntless Dismantlers are bad. I think the Brutals are better than the Dauntless. I think Silence is where these can hit the it's called again, the hollow ones. Yep. I want to play Lavinia first. I think there is a case to be made to playing something else. And then, what's it called again? Trying to bait. But given that they're milling to 4, I think we just jam the Lavinia. They could get us here with a things are just resolving, that's fine. Do, do, do. Do, do. Do, 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 do. I think we just alright. Gameplay. Gameplay has occurred. There was much gameplay. I think we just run it back. All of the gameplay. Well, we'll keep it. They're mulling again. This is how you beat Dredge. This is how you beat Dredge. Force of Will, Amalgam. I think we're okay. They mulled pretty far. Bizarre decks can be a little bit of a lottery. Yeah, that makes sense. So we will play our Soul Guide and hit the Stinkweed. All right. we played sideboard cards and won the match. That's why they're there. Playing for Containment Priest, for Soul Guide Lantern, because our game 1 matchup is abysmal because all we have is Wasteland, and then try and overwhelm them if they slow Dredge or in miss and stuff. But yes, that was something. All right, here we go again. We got 1 land, Force of Will, but no blue card. Can't play the green here. I think if we had a blue card, this would keep if, like, something was a blue card. But, like, I'm not sure what this ever beats, so we're gonna mull that. Keep. We'll put down that. Alright, now we're gonna have to hope that we don't have to use our Force of Negation turn 1. Yep. Oh boy. I think we let it go. I don't love this though. This could be mono initiative or jewel still. Black, white, black, blue, mono white initiative. Alright. Should have hit the Lotus, I guess, but Vexing Bauble. Alright. So we're dead. Conk. Okay. Well, that's fine. Okay. I should... Jeez. I should have... I F6 there in a really bad spot. I should have absolutely Force of Negation that. That was ridiculous. Alright, I think we just hit this first. So that turns off our swords. That's incredibly dumb. That was a huge blunder. That could absolutely cost us the game here. We'd be completely fine if I would have found that now. But now that I didn't... Oh, I can't even play that, I forgot. Yeah, this was just a huge blunder. I figured they were done their turn because they played... Yeah, that was terrible. This loss is on me entirely. Jeez. Just ridiculous. We have so few outs now. Oh wait, we can use the Dismantler to blow up the Chalice. And then... No! I needed the white mana. Apologies. Why am I so bad at this game? Oh jeez. I apologize, folks. This is terrible, terrible gameplay. Okay, I threw this game 7,000 different ways. Why did... Oh, jeez. I'm so bad at this game. Yeah, this is so bad. Yeah, we can't even... Oh, we can play that. Green... Okay, so white... Oh. We can't blow this up because of Conk. No, we're just dead because we didn't Force of Negation this. That just completely destroyed us. Nope. I just... Yeah, this entire game came down to me F6ing through the turn there. That's always very frustrating when you lose because you did something wildly dumb. We have to draw the white creature that... There's a white creature that we have in our deck that can enter the battlefield, remove the conch. And that's the only thing we have to do. That's so bad. I don't know. Embarrassing. Forget the creature's name, I'm blanking on it, but that's our only out. And this game would have been super easy if we would have Force of Negation that. We did draw it. Okay. So we're going to get rid of the Mox Jet and the Chalice here. That was the Brutal Cathar, was the only thing we could draw to save this. Might be too late though. Our Mindbreak Trap's turned on now, which is interesting. Maybe I should have found one of those too. Didn't think it really mattered. That we can fawn, or Mindbreak Trap. Wow. Yeah. We played terribly this game and still won because of extreme luck. Or we didn't actually win yet, but probably gonna win because of extreme luck here. That's fine. We don't have to swords this, but I think we will. This is a wild game. Chrome Mox. Okay. This is on Archon, so not worried about the Force of Will getting turned off there. I want the swords. I want the Brutal Cathar. I want the Mindbreak Trap. Don't want Goldbug in this matchup. On the draw, Lavinia is not very good. Neither is the Dauntless Dismantler, Deafening Silence. Got a lot of cards that are not good on the draw. Gotta keep in some of them though. Maybe a second Lavinia just because it's blue. Some of these cards are a lot better on the play. I think that's about as good as it gets. We can Force of Negation, early piece of mana, play a Hierarch, try and then get a Cathar down. Any Moxen would be nice. I think on their Multi 6 that's acceptable. I don't love it. It's obviously a weak hand and we're not favored here, but we have a play. They're really tanking on this 6. Go to 5. Go to 5. Plains. Mana Crypt. Definitely hitting the Mana Crypt. Don't have a choice there. That's got to go. Jitte. That's a bad draw. Ah, jeez. Trump. Alright, we're both stuck on mana. That's a good one. That's fine. Comes into play tap, then we can blow it up. Yeah, we'll take out their 2 Mox in there. Alright, they're back in the game. They can't wasteland them. We can strip mine them. Maybe I should just be holding up the Fawn for like another Moxen. Yeah, I think that's a little bit of a mistake. City of Traders. Anointed Peacekeeper. I think that's fine. Let's see what they name. Brutal Cathar. Yeah, that makes sense. Interesting. Go, Delver, go. Chrome Mox. Do we hit that or do we hit the creature? I think we hit the creature at this point. Oh, I think we want white, blue, green, white. Yeah, I think for this, the value is high enough that we take a turn off from the Jitte shenanigans. got there? Boromir, too strong. That was a fun match. Alright, here we go. We're up against 0 mana, usually on some sort of artifact heavy deck thing. I think because of the double force we will keep this. It's not amazing, but we've got our mana, a lot of cards we can draw into, and we're not going to die turn 1 probably. And we can hold open hard cast force. We got plays. I think it's okay. Like I don't, it's not perfect because they just draw 3, pieces of I win cards, and we lose if we don't draw stuff. And the Brutal Cathar is a good chance this doesn't do anything, but we'll see. But we've got quite a bit of removal in our deck, so game 1, that's against some of these decks, like what 0 mana usually plays, where they the deck has no creatures main deck, then that's obviously a liability there. Oh shit. Alright, well that's considerably worse for us. Top. That's a bad draw. It's a good chance that's just completely dead. We want like Lavinia, Dauntless Dismantler, Ancestral Recall. Okay. Sure. Could just die here. If find a force of will, we die. Oh no, but they don't have a. If they counter it with drawing with the top, then they. What's it called again? They can't transmute. Oh jeez. Well, if we can get another land, that does do something. So I think we have to Force of Negation that. I don't like it though. I wanted to elk the Time Vault. We're in such bad shape here. Alright, well. That was a good draw, but we still have a bunch of dead cards in our hands. I think we're probably just going to play this and do nothing with it. Just as a threat. So they will win eventually. They're playing our elephant. We should have a Scryland in here. I don't play the Scrylands enough. Time Vault's very scary. Maybe I should have just found the Time Vault. I don't know. Our Oko's gone, which is like one of our only ways of dealing with the Time Vault. Please play a creature. I don't think you play any creatures, but please play a creature. Sure. I think we got a Brainstorm in here, so we won't crack the fetch. I don't think they actually play any creatures main deck, so just to have Hardcast Force up, we're gonna play this out. As silly as this looks. If we draw a Dauntless Dismantler, we can blow up the Time Vault. I think that's like our only plan there. I think we take a turn off here to do cloud stuff. They might force a will this though. We'll get Skullclamp. Blue, white, blue, green. We want blue more in this deck. Let's get blue, white. We got burned there. Oh no, we should have played the Wasteland. That was a mistake. Savannah. Oh, this Dismantler is a good one here. That gives us some insurance. Portable Hull. I think we will misstep that one. Rainstorm. Sure. Got it? No, I can't do anything about that. Alright, this is close. They got a top, we got a couple turn clock and a force. Let's see who gets there. That is a bad draw. Alright, we'll take out the white source. Choose one or both. I think we let them. I'm gonna force it. I think there's a case to be made for letting it go. It's not a good draw. They will find their key eventually. Or Tinker, or another Transmute artifact. They've got so many I win buttons. Looks like they found one. Vexing Bauble. Okay. That does do... That doesn't do it. Ooh, that's an excellent draw. I think that probably seals it for us. Should have played off the Cavern, but they've got no counters, and then we know they do this, they get a top, so... I think we're okay, but that's probably the best draw we had in the deck. All right, close one. Both scraping at the end there to try and get some the Oko does turn off some of the combo pieces, so I do like that here. Take out the swords, take out the Cathars. Force Flux. Soul Guide Lantern does do a little bit more, I think, because they've got a little bit graveyard thing. I think that's about as good as we can get it. Alright. Keep. Pearl. Okay. Probably have swords and stuff. Maybe this was a silly play. With double white open. Yeah. Maybe I should have just put the Hierarch. And I can neither the white. I need the white mana anyway. I don't know. This feels silly in retrospect. I think we just want the Oko. Get that one going. I don't really want to waste them. I kind of just want to hold open the Hardcast Force. They got tons of mana. We're the one that's stuck on mana here. See what they get. Sure. We've got Flusterstorm here. We're beat anyway. Since we didn't draw a blue card. Yeah. I guess if we should have elked their should have elked their Pearl. Got really punished for that. And they win with the Time Vault combo here. Alright, well that feels like it should have, feels like we should have, you know, feels silly to lose that one. Oh well. Yeah, we just run it back. That was dumb. Ugh. Again, it's not an amazing hand, but it's not one I'm going to ship either. I also don't love just running out the Lavinia there. I think we should have just baited with the Hierarch, which they probably still would have Swords anyway. Not that it would have mattered, they had tons of mana, so Lavinia didn't actually do anything that game. Alright. Can hold open Hardcast Trap next turn if we don't have to use it this turn. Interesting. That means we're getting Swords, I guess. We can't force and trap regardless of what we do. So we're going to do this and then try and get a blue card that could potentially... Well, I guess we could with the hold the Gondor and pitch it, but that doesn't seem great. Actually, maybe it is great. Ancestral Recall. That seems bad for us. Okay, we're in trouble here. We could just die to like Tinker or something. Artifact Tinker, you know, that just kills us. Ring, Tezz. That could be worse. That could have been worse. Let's see what they get off the Tezz. Black Lotus. Man, that's bad for us. That means Tezz was free. Got an Emerald too. They have tons of mana. Something like Tinker would kill us here. Demonic Tutor Tinker kills us. No. Alright. Yeah, it's a good draw. Let's start by swinging. Tezz, attack, 0 mana. Take the Lavinia. Kind of want to hit the Lotus. Do I want to hit the Lotus? Go and hit the Lotus. They're definitely representing a counter here. Alright, that could mean we're dead. They got Time Vault. Alright, I should have played the Noble Hierarch. Let's see if we die to Vault Key. We know they've got Time Vault. Yep. And one of them's Black Lotus. They can't play that. Tinker. Oh, we died. Oh, shit. Alright. Well, we got. Yep. GG. Okay, here we go. Ugh. On the draw against probably fast combo with no interaction except for turn 2 Lavinia, which is admittedly uncounterable. Let's see. Do we want to keep this or not? Just so easy for... Can't keep this, can I? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, I think... I don't know if I keep this or not. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. Didn't matter. They weren't playing what I thought they were. We're just dead. Unless they're on Countervine, then there are some worlds where we could win this. Nope, they're on Dredge. We're just dead. They got double dredgers in here. I think we just scoop this up. Yes, it was. This is pretty bad. The Goldbug can make our, like, Containment Priest uncounterable. It does do something. I was dead. I had no interaction there. Yeah. Need one more cut. I guess it's the Oko? Try that. Ew. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. You got a Force of Will? No. Mm-hmm. Let's see what they got this time. If they got a Force of Negation or a Force of Will in hand, we do probably lose this one. And blue card, of course. Or a Mental Misstep. Thoughtseize is strong. Took Skullclamp, okay. Interesting. Take the Thug. I'm going to take a big hit here. I wonder if this means they got a Force of Will. Force of Will. No. Can block Icarid now. I guess we take the Containment Priest. Grief. Yeah. Let's swing first. All right, game 3. So the Cathar you can find off the Boromir, but it's not 1 mana. There's a little tension there. This combination's pretty decent. Oh boy. Like any draws, like any like, you have a lot of good draws. We get to wait a little bit. Ugh. But like, I think we have to keep it, but it's bad, I think. Just like, well, now that they're mulling, it gets a lot better. But we could still certainly lose this, just by not getting what we need. Icarid, Hollow One, they kept something. What the heck did they keep? Oh geez, that's bad for the home team. That is also bad. We need, oh boy. We've got outs, we're not finding them. Containment Priest, please. I think we are gonna thin here. We've got so few cards that can get us out of this. Maybe I should have mulled. But we just drew lands and forces. We had cards that could do stuff. We just didn't find them. Alright, we've got one turn here to find something. We need like a Containment Priest, like right now. We have a Containment Priest, okay. Wow. Alright. Oh, we should have played this beforehand. Got exactly what we needed this game. Alright. Okay. Really strong league there. We just barely missed a 5-0 with that super, super close games 2 and games 3 against 0 mana, where the points definitely thought I was going to win both of those games at points there. So that was super close and just missed a trophy there. Really strong league. Really enjoyed that. Again, like I said in the intro, but if you missed it, we played this before on the channel. It's been good. Before I started making YouTube videos at the beginning of this year, I did, I've trophied with Bant Humans before with a very similar deck. Obviously some changes as there was no cloud in that one, but did have Dino DNA, which was fun. Really, really good. Very happy with this. Nice 4-1 there. I'm very happy with the deck. I think Energy Flux might be a little slow. I think I would try and change that. Maybe go, Collector Oof's an option. More counter spells. Or just Dauntless Dismantler. I think the Energy Flux are just a little too slow. I think that's my only real gripe with the deck. Otherwise, I think I'm very happy with, the cards here. Yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. You watched, any of the matches here, you'll have an idea too. I think Jitte's a little weak. I think you could move the Jitte to the sideboard and cut, some or all of the Energy Flux and, that kind of things you could change the deck with. Maybe there's some improvements to be had there at that point. I like the Jitte, but, for the sideboard, I think more. I'm not sure what other equipment to put in here though. Like Skullclamp for sure, that's a good one, especially with the Hierarchs and Cloud. I like the Assimilation Aegis, being able to chew that up's very nice. Jitte is good, but I think maybe more for the sideboard. But it does even if it's it can still be reasonable main deck too. I don't know. I'm torn on Jitte. Maybe it's a meta call. But yeah, overall happy. If you got any ideas for other humans I should be trying out, let me know below. That would be good. Then throw a like and a subscribe, please. And throw in a comment. Any comment, really. Just say something down below, please. Alright. See you next time.